Hi mga ka-OSH, kumusta po kayo? Alam nyo ba na pursuant to Republic Act 11058 and its implementing rules and regulations, the DOLE Department Order 198 Series of 2018, under Section 17 is the requirement that all employer or all establishments are mandated to submit the occupational safety and health reports. Hindi lang po yan, meron din pong requirement under Rule 1050 of the Occupational Safety and Health Standard, which is the notification and keeping of records of all accidents and occupational illnesses na nangyayari sa workplace natin. Okay? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through kung paano ba i-download yung mga forms na gagamitin natin sa mga reports na isasubmit natin sa Department of Labor and Employment pursuant to the requirement on the Occupational Safety and Health Standard. For the different occupational safety and health reports, yung mga reports na kailangan natin isasubmit sa DOLE, so kung wala pa kayong copy nun, all you have to do is you can search this on the web. So i-search nyo lang, yung Bureau of Working Condition DOLE. So this is the Office of the Bureau of Working Conditions. So you can browse their website. So either you go to their website or you go directly doon sa downloadable forms. So in our case, since we're looking for the different forms na gagamitin natin para isubmit yung mga reports natin, mandatory reports natin kasi kailangan po yon because non-submission of reports might result to a fine based on Republic Act 11058 and its implementing rules and regulations. So from here, sa mga downloadable forms, you go ahead and click Safety and Health. So dito naman, ang dami pong mga templates dyan na pwede nyo i-browse, gamitin nyo mga kailangan ng mga templates natin when we talk about occupational safety and health requirements. So for this, ang pupuntahan natin, ito yung mga OSH registration and repertorial requirements. So ito yung unang-una, yung OSH registration. Kung hindi pa naka-register yung establishment nyo, you need to register your establishment with the Department of Labor and Employment because that is mandated under Rule 1020 of the Occupational Safety and Health Standard. So ito po yung form na gagamitin natin. Okay, so i-click natin para makita nyo yung form. So ito yung form na gagamitin. It's the form called BWC-IP3. Okay, so yan po yung form natin na gagamitin pag tayo ay magre-rehistro ng establishmento natin. So kung hindi pa kayo naka-register, so you have to register immediately kasi ang requirement nga, before the start of your establishment, bago pa man mag-start ang operation ng isang kumpanya, 30 days before your operation, dapat nakarehistro na tayo sa Department of Labor and Employment. So kung sakali kayo in operation na, wala pa rin kayong registration of your establishment. So you just have to get this form from the website and fill this up. So in this particular video, hindi natin pag-uusapan kung paano fill up yung mga detalye o mga details on the form. So we will be doing another video for that. For this one, we will just walk you through on the different forms that you can download from the website. These are the forms that you need to submit to DOLE. Okay. So next, after the application of registration or re-registration, so either kung nakaregister na kayo, nagkaroon ng mga changes on the location or change on the ownership of your establishment, so dapat mag-re-register po tayo ulit. So kung may mga changes yung establishment natin. Another report is we have yung report on safety and health organization. So ito yung OSH committee natin. Okay, click natin yung OSH committee so you can download it. Okay, so ito yung form na DOLE/BWC/OHSD/IP-5. So ito yung form natin for report on health and safety organization or your OSH committee. So of course, under Republic Act 11058 din, so mandated po tayo na lahat ng establishmento ay magkaroon ng OSH committee. So check nyo po yun doon sa implementing rules and regulation ng RA 11058 kung ano ba yung angkop na composition ng OSH committee ang nararapat para sa workplace ninyo or para sa establishment ninyo. Kasi depende yon kung low risk ang workplace ninyo, medium risk, or high risk. And it depends also on the number of workers na meron kayo. Okay? Okay, so this is the report on Occupational Health and Safety Organization na sinasubmit din natin sa Department of Labor and Employment. Next, another form that you have to use for the report is the Work Accident Illness Report form. So what year? This is the IP6 form. So meron din po tayo yung what year for COVID-19 ito, 'di ba? Meron tayong bagong requirement that every end of the month or 30th of the month, we are recommended or highly encouraged to submit what year COVID-19 every end of the month. Be it meron mga positive sa inyo sa COVID or wala, you have to submit it. But for now, we'll click on the work accident illness report. Okay. So ito yung form natin. The form is called DOLE/BWC/OHSD/IP-6. So this is the employer's work accident illness report. Now, this report shall be submitted by the employer for every accident or illness. So kung may nagkaroon ng aksidente sa workplace ninyo or nagkaroon ng sakit, dulot ng pagtatrabaho, you have to submit this form, the WAIR form, to the regional office having jurisdiction on your workplace or your establishment. So this should be submitted on or before the 20th day of the month following the date of the accident. So gaya ng sinabi ko, if we are going to follow strictly the occupational safety and health standard, ang WAIR po ay hindi sinasubmit kung wala namang aksidente nangyari o nagkaroon ng sakit dulot ng pagtatrabaho. So you submit this on or before the 20th day of the month following the date of the accident. Okay, so you just have to fill up all the required information here and you have to submit it to the Department of Labor and Employment office na may jurisdiction over your workplace. So dapat nag-sign dito yung investigating officer at saka yung position niya. So usually it is the safety officer who accomplished this work accident illness report form and should also be signed by the employer. So that is our second form, report form. Another is we have our work accident illness exposure data report, this one. So this one, this is the form called DOLE/BWC/OHSD/IP-6B. So ito naman, you just have to write the date. Okay, the actual work accident illness exposure data report ay sinasubmit po sa DOLE on or before the 30th of the month following the covered period or covered year. So for example, ano ba yung 30th of the month following the covered period? For 2021, for example, yung report natin from January 1 to December 31, 2001, that report should be submitted on or before the 30th of January 2022 next year. Okay, so lahat ng mga aksidente na nangyari, lahat ng mga illnesses, okay, though especially the total disabling injuries and illnesses at saka yung non-disabling injuries, nire-record natin dito. Okay, so you have to fill up all the information required. So ito po yung form kung saan kino-compute ni safety officer ang frequency rate at ang severity rate. Okay, dito malalaman natin yung trend, yung performance ng establishment natin in terms of occupational safety and health. Tinitignan natin yung mga frequency rate natin and severity rate natin for that year, yung trend ng workplace natin. So still, I'm not going to discuss with you on how to compute for the frequency rate and severity rate. Please check our next video because we will do the sample computation for your frequency rate and for your severity rate. So dito yung form na gagamitin natin for your report. Another report is your annual medical report. So, kailangan din natin isasubmit yung annual medical report. So, ito yung form na tinatawag natin na DOLE/BWC/OHSD/OH-47A. So, this is your annual medical report form. So, lalagay natin yung period from January 1 for this year, January 1, 2021 to December 31, 2021. Okay, so you just have to fill up all the information and you have to fill up all the required details dito. So, dito naman, madali lang din ang pag-fill up ng annual medical report. You just have to make sure that you have the record kung ano yung mga illnesses na nagkaroon yung workers ninyo, and of course, yung mga examinations na na-undergo yung workers natin. Okay? So, on our next video, we will discuss on how to fill up your annual medical report. Your AMR should be submitted to DOLE, okay, on or before the 30th of March. So for next year, kasi tapos naman yung March 30, 2021, for the report for covered period ninyo for January 1, 2021 to December 31, 2021, dapat maisumite yun or maisubmit kay DOLE on or before March 30, 2022 next year. Okay? So you have to prepare and submit it on time para hindi po tayo ma-penalize. So yan po yung annual medical report natin. Another report natin na kailangan isubmit, yung sinabi natin, yung WAIR COVID-19 form. So every 30th of the month na sinasubmit natin, pwede po ito isubmit online lamang. Di ba meron yung na-issue na guidelines or advisory na isasubmit po natin yun sa https:// reports.dole.gov.ph. So, pwede nyo po isubmit yung WAIR COVID-19 form natin doon. Okay? So, hindi siya nag-open but we have to download it. So, let's open the form para makita nyo kung anong itsura ng WAIR COVID form natin. Okay? So, ito yung WAIR COVID form natin. So, you just have to fill up all the required information. So, Workplace COVID-19 Prevention and Control Compliance Report to be submitted at the end of the month. Okay. So, yan po yung ano natin, yung WAIR COVID-19 form. So, dito, dapat magsasign yung OH personnel or yung safety officer natin, then employer representative magsasign din. Okay, so that is our form for WAIR COVID-19. Okay, so yun po yung mga reports na kailangan natin, yung mandatory reportorial requirements na sinasubmit natin sa Department of Labor and Employment. And it is required based on Republic Act 11058 kasi kung hindi po tayo magsasubmit, meron pong penalty. Okay? Kasi yung new OSH law natin, meron na po siyang provisions for violations. So kung may mga willful failure to comply with the requirements, especially for the reportorial requirements, there is also a penalty for that, monetary sanction na pwede ma-impose sa workplace niyo or sa establishment niyo ang Department of Labor and Employment. Okay? So that's it for the different reportorial requirements and of course including also the OSH registration of your establishment. So hopefully we were able to give you some information. We were able to assist you on your concerns on the different reports that you have to submit with DOLE. Okay? So thank you so much and stay safe everybody.